Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Hey, Iris, thank you so much for resubscribing at 18 months. That is 2 stream babies. There we go. Hey, Sarah, welcome in. You heard your name and came over as fast as you could. Richard Mr. Ducky says, shut up. Wrong place for that. This is the place where I talk, to the regret of everybody. But welcome in. It's good to see you again. I'm too slow. What? I will be going pretty fast in this. I'm all right at this game. I'm not like amazing, but I'm all right at it. Let's get the audio up as well. Welcome in, everybody. There was no stream yesterday. There was meant to be, but hang on, I'm gonna move the cursor away. There we go. There was meant to be one yesterday, but I was really fucking ill. Like, I was so ill. So we didn't get to do that one. But you know, I got some time today. Let's chill around. You know, I got this on my birthday from the lovely Owl, and I've been really enjoying this. This is great. I don't know why I'm sliding along the ground. I don't know what this.
Happy birthday, Nick. Your birth.
Getting a little stick drift again. Thank you, Summer. Thank you, Ducky. Oh no. That's a little quiet. I'm gonna just up the volume. we've hit the hype train. Welcome, well done, everyone. Yeah. Let me just get audio up.
Ill from the front or from the butt?
No, it's not gonna let me. Oh, I gotta select it first. Okay. Let's go like that. That seems. Yeah, that seems about right. Like, it's gonna be loud at points, but that's okay. Right, welcome to Haste. You were also meant to stream yesterday, and today, but your brain disagrees, so you get it. Yeah, I had a combination of migraine and my stomach just wanting to kill me. So it was like, no. But I feel like miles better than ever. Icky, thank you for cheering with 100 bits and getting the hype train to level 2. But yeah, I feel miles better today. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is the endless zone. You know what? Let's give it a try. Difficulty, we do not want peaceful. Let's do hard and see what happens. You know about this game because of a mood for it where somebody from scratch made a gyro controls and... Oh, mod for it. Flick stick mod that makes it feel smooth like butter. Oh, nice. I already really like how this controls. So this is from the developers of Cluster Truck and also the 4 people, I think it was 4, it might have been 6 people who made Content One, which obviously I've played a lot. If you've ever played those mobile games where you are, you're going, they were like ski games or something like that. They were really popular for a while where you only had one button press, and what that did was it slammed you into the ground. And if you sort of timed the drop well, you sped up more. That's this, but in 3D, and with a lot of things going on. So I am currently using a new upgrade I've just unlocked, which is a grappling hook. The default one is a sort of speedy boost, rocket boost thing, which is quite cool, but I don't think it's powerful enough. It always disappoints me. So I'm trying out not the jetpack. God damn it, words are hard. I'm trying out the grappling hook, and we'll see. So this is an infinite mode. I've gotten to world 6. There are 10 worlds in total in Haste. I've gotten to world 6 so far. I'm enjoying it a lot. I think the criticism that the boss fights kind of suck is correct. They probably just didn't need them at all. But the rest of it is great. I'm not gonna lie, I've been skipping the story. Thank you for the 100 bits, Embers. Calling me a nerd. Plus 10% boost. Gain 10% boost for 6 seconds. Cooldown 6 seconds. So that's roughly identical, but there are There are other things that boost or lower cooldowns. So that is a flat upgrade over the golden necklace. And shortcut on close call gain 10% boost for 2 seconds. That requires me to be good at the game. We'll not do that one. This game is mesmerizing good for brain empty zone ads. That's what I thought it might be, yeah. Oh, no, anonymous gifter, thank you so much for gifting some lovely some lovely tier 1 subs to, oh shit, quite a lot of people. Hold on, sorry, I'm about to die. Okay, thank you so much. Whee! Sorry, this level got hard. It's amazing how quickly you can enter a flow state with it, though. Nick must be happy now that Pride Month started. He doesn't have to raise money for trans charity anymore. God damn it, Iris. Hey, we raised 2,000 and something pounds. Once I've done this level, I'll go check what the total was. But it was 2,000, like, 200 pounds. It was great. There we go. Getting used to using the grappling hook now. So as we jump along, we wanna hit these perfect landings which charge up our boost. And our boost is what lets us use the special thing, like in this case the grappling hook. Whee! And it just feels magnificent. Why are you talking about how much you donated in terms of weight? Because it's a UK charity. But thank you. Okay, so first of all, before we go on to the next level, because it will just keep doing that. Thank you so much to our anonymous gifter who gifted, how many subs was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's quickly check how much the fundraiser went to, because I can't remember what the total number was. Where is charity? There's charity. My fundraisers. We raised £2,219 for Not a Phase. I think that was great. And yeah, I think everyone's correct that I probably should have done the fundraising during Pride Month. I legit just did not connect the dots. How do you make the hype train notification go away? It should be... There should be like a little close button. Oh, there just isn't. Good work, Twitch. Good work, Twitch. Yeah, that's on them. Normally those are closable, those little pill tab things at the top, but yeah. Sleepy but brain doesn't want to sleep, so you're here. Oh, that is fair. Well, you are welcome to be here for as long as you are unjustly awake. Hey, Pixel, welcome in. Hey, Neo gets welcome in. I also didn't welcome in Nevik as well. And I still haven't, because technically all I've done is say that I haven't done it. So welcome in, Nevik. Whee! Please distract you so you don't keep opening booster packs. Voice competing against game audio. Oh, it is a bit, isn't it? Yeah, let me just, let me duck that. Go. Normally, games are fine on 50. Let's bring it back down to 30 then. In the overworld, it was a little quieter. I think that's what got us. Still a little, isn't it? Let me know if that's still too loud. We'll sort this out. Shout out to Pixel for doing the best dead Victorian orphan voice. No, that's Goggles. I kid. Pixel did some wonderful voice acting in Iris's playthrough of Deltarune recently. It was very, very good. I enjoyed watching it. It is not a game I would play, so it was great to have a stream on. Because I enjoyed Undertale enough, but I was like, I've had enough. This is fine. I'm good. Thank you. But, you know, watching someone else play it is quite good. Letting them enjoy it. Yeah, the grappling hook is great. I love it. You opened free, you wanted to stop until you were friends. You are with enemies now. Because how far are you in Sea of Stars? I have stopped Sea of Stars. I think I burnt myself out on the gameplay after Clair Obscur. I should have given myself a break. So I have paused it. I got to I beat the what's it called? The Dweller of Woe. The Dweller of Woe, that was it. Oh Jesus. I went straight into that explosion. Speaking of Claire Obscure, what a fucking game. Yeah, 9 out of 10 game for me. Claire Obscure would be a 10 out of 10 if I hadn't made one like major choice, which I think just made it worse, and it just kind of feels like they did it for budget reasons, which is unfortunate because I strongly believe everyone should play that game. It's real good. Not even the good part yet. No, I had to pause because I just think I've just played so much like that. So I went on to Eternal Strands instead, which is a sort of... I think it's rude to call it a survival crafter because it is not a survival crafter. There is a little bit of crafting in it. But broadly, it's like an adventure game with sort of systems based. I would say Breath of the Wild is a little closer, although it's not open world. But you get magic spells that sort of do elemental infusions around the world, and so you can like create ice walls and create fire, which mixes with the ice to make steam and things like that. It's neat. I think. So far I'm enjoying it. I will see how it goes as it gets more. At the moment it feels very clunky, but I think that's because I lack system mastery, and so it'll be fine. They got Daredevil. Where were they lacking in budget? I can't answer that, Pixel. I can't answer it without it being a massive spoiler. That's the problem. But I feel like the decision they made was bad. They also had Andy Serkis, like they, you know. But I do think it's a great game. I just think it could have been even better. Can I say it without spoilers? I think I can probably say it without spoilers. Yeah, okay. I think I can say this without spoilers. So, but if you are worried, do mute yourself. Do mute me now. And mute me for the next, like, minute or so, okay? So I'm giving you warning now, all right? But I do think I can avoid spoilers. And my criticism is, I think the character of Verso would have been better done had they given that role to the character of Gustav. There you go. I think that would have been more impactful. It's partly because I really don't like Ben Starr as a voice actor. I'm sorry, I'm sure he's lovely. But he is just so morose. Okay, there we go. We're done. Like, it's not because of him as a person, but oh. Plus 2% luck per missing health. I still don't know what luck does, and I've played this for ages. Pixel, what does luck do? On close call, gain 10% boost. Oh, I do like that. He does look like Robert Pattinson, doesn't he? It's kind of wild. And he doesn't sound like him. I think he's marvelously acted. I do think the acting in Claire Obscure is really good. One of the things I really like about Claire Obscure's acting, for the most part, it does dip off a little bit after Act 1. But broadly, in the scenes, they all feel like they are really there talking to each other, which doesn't happen in a lot of games, including games with, like, highly lauded acting. I would say even Baldur's Gate doesn't feel like they're in the same place, whereas in Claire Obscure they do feel like they are acting with each other and they are like on screen together, whereas in something like Baldur's Gate it feels like a load of actors who are on a green screen in front of each other, or in front of like tennis balls, like with the way they did The Hobbit, and you had Ian McKellen crying in a green screen in New Zealand because he couldn't actually act with anyone. Oh shit, I went straight into that. Whereas Clair Obscur, they like interrupt each other and stuff like that, which I think is nice. They talk over each other a little bit. Not too much. You can still process everything they're saying. But just a little bit and just, it feels so natural in comparison. Although I gotta say, wow. The lip sync of that game, dog shit. Like, I'm not sure. My guess is it's the French VO is the lip sync. But yeah, wow. But yeah, otherwise, great game. Great game. Probably gonna be the best game of the year. I don't know. We might get like a shadow drop tonight at Jeff Next Fest, but yep, nope, that didn't work. I forgot that just kind of blasts you in the same direction you're already going. Whee! Oh shit! Woo. Oh, I'm doing badly. I shouldn't be talking while doing this. Lip sync is hard to do. Yeah, I know. It's just I've seen significantly lower budget games do it better than that. Like sometimes the mouth will just not even move. The other thing is that the eyes there's just something real wrong with the eyes. That's been happening a lot in games lately, actually. I don't know what's going on with that. A lot of games are doing characters with eyes that are just a bit too big. But I think Clair Obscurs are about the right size. But their eyes are always extremely wide open. Just like all the time. It's very weird. Were they as detailed? I mean, yeah, probably. Like, I get lip syncing is a hard thing to do, but it's like Clair Obscur didn't even try. That's how far off. Which makes me think it is lip synced to the French VO, which would make sense. Did the big eyes look natural? Are you trying to make a big naturals joke? Lune is somehow the horniest character, while still being rather chaste, and anyone who's played knows why. I didn't romance anyone in the game. I thought that seemed. God damn it! There we go. We completed the shard. I did all right for talking while doing this. Oh, because she's barefoot. Nobody tell Monoke. I love that the game just has a canon foot fetishist. Superb. See ya. Whee! Alright, let's go do an actual level. They got Tarantino? Yeah. Monoke voice. What lovely feet. That just absolutely kills me every time. He loves feet. You know what? Valid. There's a lot of really good comedy moments in Clair Obscur. I won't spoil any, but I will say the scenes with Francois, I cackled. Like they made a specific and unique entering battle animation for that. That was just them looking at each other like, well, I guess this is happening now. Truly fantastic. Good old Fran. Yeah. Just truly amazing. And speaking of comedy writing, I loved the comedy writing in Sea of Stars as well. The introduction of the pirate group, absolutely superb. The genre-savvy first mate, incredible. The mage that can only cast with when they're completely blindfolded, discovering this by accidentally putting on a pirate costume after they were already wearing a pirate costume. Incredible. Hey, Hanan. Welcome in. Just popping in to say hi before you get ready to go to the studio. Happy belated birthday. Thank you very much. Did I catch how to pronounce the captain's name? Yes. Yeah, that got me. I liked that. Oh, I was going to show something I quite liked about the map section of this. I'll do that after this one. I just sort of automatically went to the next one. But this is a roguelike, essentially, with each shard being a new run. But there's just a nice feature on the map that I fucking love. There's another layer there, but you can't spoil it for me. That's fair. I mean, I'll probably go back to it, but I was just like, after Clair Obscur, I was like, I've already played a lot of this combat style, and Clair Obscur did it better, which is fair because, you know. Whee! You know, Clair Obscur came later. Did it different. I personally think it did it better. All right, so the thing I like about this, standard roguelike map, right? You can do your entire course like that and lock it in, and then you never come back to this menu, which is great. Main issue you had with Clair Obscur's combos, you can't swap. Also no combos. That's fair, actually. Some combos would have been nice, and I loved Sea of Stars being able to swap a character out without any cost was a lovely addition. And I think every JRPG needs to do that. Instantly. Like, swapping characters costing AP or stuff is just shit. Imagine if they made a 3D Sonic the Hedgehog, but it was good. I believe the Sonic Colors is well received. I've never played it. I did like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, but I would be the first to admit they're not good games. I think that's one of the refreshing things about the Sonic fandom is, for the most part, the fans agree that the games are bad. You're not going to have us really defend it to the death. Yeah, I really like this mapping feature. All right, so we're at a shop. Let's get some... Oh, there's talk. I don't care. Sorry. I don't know if the story in this is incredible, but I just have not interacted with it at all. Let's take the max health boost. Yeet. Yeah, Sonic Adventure 2 is bad but loved. I'd agree with that. It's, I would say it is the Oblivion of the Sonic games, in that people love it, but not really for any good reason. I say that as an Oblivion lover. I am that kind of sicko that is just just an incredible lover of that kind of jank. And you know, I gotta hand it to Sega. They keep trying things with Sonic. Like, it becomes clear they don't know what to do with Sonic, but they do keep trying new things instead of falling back on what once was popular. Even if none of that is ever good, at least they're trying. Truly the Francis Ford Coppola of game makers. The Nico's back in the window. Yes! Yes! Alright. I should probably focus and do some of this. While Sonic News, Sonic Crossworld's leak happened, SpongeBob is going to be a guest character. Now there's a game I couldn't care less about. I gotta say. I mean, I don't know, maybe it'll end up being good. Sonic have kinda, you know... Ooh, Jesus. This is new. I've not seen these power pylons before. They have kinda killed it with the Sonic Shadow Generations, but I don't know. I'm not convinced Sega can learn from any of their mistakes or successes. So we'll see. Whee! But yeah, honestly, give this team Sonic. I mean, look, I know it's not... Sonic fans won't like it. They won't like any of them. But this gameplay in a Sonic game would legit be very fun. I don't think you could call it a core Sonic game, because the problem is, of course, You make it very hard to, I suppose, tie it together with a plot. I mean, I suppose you could put cutscenes in, but I don't know. It might work. It might legit work. It might need some tweaking. But certainly, this is extremely fun, and much more fun than Sonic has been in a long time. Sega saw the advice, kill your darlings, assumed it meant good ideas with each game. Well, at least the social media marketing team did it. With the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. But yeah, I mean, this just kind of works in my head. So, I say that as if it's an effortless thing and it was easy for the devs to do. The devs have been working on this game for years. Like, they have been working on the flow of this for years. Oh, Crosswords is a racing game. Oh, that's right. I remember now. I think I saw like a Snapcube stream of it or something at one point. Okay, so this is one of the like harder, like mid-boss sort of levels. They're relatively similar. I would like a bit more variety in this. I think there's like 3 types. They're all procedurally generated, so every level is different, but oh, fucked up. Oh, fucked up. Yeah, okay. But there's like 3 different types of obstacle that you find in these, and that's about it. Imagine if this game had wall running. Would that be valuable in any way? I imagine not, actually. Nick coming out with the most dog shit game ideas. Oh god, I'm not going fast enough. You! Faster, faster, faster. Oh. Oh. Go. 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 Faster! Oh. The problem is, what you really want to do in this game is you want to hit the ground a lot. So you can get the benefit. Oh, there we go. I had to lock in. Twitch video compression hates this one-word trick. I even upped the bitrate. I upped the bitrate for this, just assuming that the video compression would be bad. Oh, spark magnet. Boost health. Boosting health is always good. Writer of Murder the Sonic the Hedgehog was the storyboard artist and scenario writer for Mania. I honestly knocked it out of the park. Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is legitimately good. Legitimately a good game. Woo! Would like the camera to be a little bit less manual. Like, it mostly works. It's just occasionally I feel like I'm constantly tweaking the camera. And there are times when I do not want to be doing that. But it doesn't... I don't ever feel like the camera's killed me, which is probably fine then. I think part of the problem I have while I'm playing this, which is more of a friction in the game's design than an issue, is that I really love flying through the air a lot, but I'm penalized for doing so. Camera doesn't have a hard job here. I mean, it does a little bit. I mean, it's not like a 3D platformer, but it does have to look up and down at the right point, and it doesn't. Woo! But I understand why the game wants you on the ground all the time, going back to what I was saying. Because that's where all the hazards are. And you know, if you're interacting with the hazards, you're experiencing the tension of the game. you know? So things that force you to take risks are good. But you do slow down in the air. Pretty noticeably. Woo! There we go. I have played this a little while now, so yeah, I'm making it look a little smoother than it probably is. 10% start. Ooh, not bad. On close call, gain 4% energy. Yeah, let's do it. Pixel, what did luck do again? I did not read your answer. I did not read your answer at all. Thank you everyone, by the way, for getting us to a level 3 hype train. I completely forgot to say. I really appreciate that. Also, oh, that would be increased by luck. I see. I can take the luck. Why not? It's fun. I have created a new Ko-Fi goal. So the monthly funding goals that we had before, they were cool. But I thought, you know, why not actually add an incentive to them? Like, people have been, we've been hitting them, which is nice. But an incentive is probably a nicer thing. An incentive / a reward, you know? So I thought, well, why not put... Oh, shit. Oh, God. Hang on. Christ. Sorry, there. Why not put on streams that I would maybe not do normally? Like, maybe because I don't have enough time to do every game I've got. But people might want me to give a longer go to. So at the moment we got Derail Valley on there. So if we hit the monthly goal, I will do a stream of Derail Valley. If we don't worry about it. But I'll probably like open that up to polls as well, or like maybe a suggestion like write-in thing on Patreon and Ko-Fi, so people can just go, hey, I would like you to try this game, and if I've got it, yeah, that could go on there. On Enter Fragment, gain 20% boost. Just 10% boost flat or plus 60 health. Let's take the 10% flat boost. Ava! Sorry, I don't care. Right. Ava, you're not going fast. Nope, I haven't got anywhere near enough points for that. Trusting this community to pick games seems like a bad idea. I mean, I'm trusting them to suggest games. Like, I will obviously vet that. And it will be limited to games I own as well. Oh, that feels nice. Sorry, the grappling hook just... Oh, beautiful. All games should have a grappling hook, in my opinion. Oh, straight into that. That was stupid. You know, I think it'd be hard-pressed to find a game that wouldn't be improved by a grappling hook. Celeste, improved. Undertale, improved. Ooh, Dartown, improved. Not good, not good. Good. I've got a lot of health replenishing stuff, so I can survive this a little bit. Which lets me get some speed. There we go. Now we're Newman. Now we're Newman. Now we're Paul Newman. I don't know. Undertale's grappling hook would only be able to grapple hooks. Rose agrees that real life is also improved. Sorry, Ever, I don't care. When Wicked really makes you wish another Zelda game would have one? No, I don't care, I'm sorry. Just boost to max health. On Perfect Land is restore free health. Oh, that'd be great. Vote for Megalopolis the movie, the game, for the Game Boy Advance. If they did a Megalopolis the movie, the game, you know I would actually genuinely and legit stream it. Like, I don't think people would need to fund that. It would just happen. I streamed Ebony once, remember? Woo! No. I thought I was being clever. I wasn't. I've gone way too high up. This is gonna be terrible for my speed. Oh, damn it. See, it's there. Those bits where the camera's not helping because it's just pointing straight down. And you're like, well, pick it up a little. But it's pretty rare. Whee! Hey, that worked. I did not expect that to work. Yeet! Whee! I shouldn't have done that then. Now, yeah, I knew that was going to happen. So close to messing it up several times in a row. Nonetheless, we're back. Wait, what? Where am I meant to be going? Oh, over there. Well, we're going to survive it, but it's going to hurt. Nick crashing after getting high on stream, just like Elon Musk. Still wonder if the recipient of your French message ever got back to you. Oh, à toi. Yeah. Redirect velocity to look direction. That's... I've never found that helpful. At full health, gain 15% boost. Cool down, gain 10% energy. Well, let's go at full health. Yeah, we're just gonna do this conversation so I never have to do it again. Cool. More energy equals more grappling hook. Yeah, and boost is speed, right? I want more boost. Let's give the aromatic herbs, keep my health up, because that will trigger the boost deck increase. Alright, here's the final boss. This is gonna suck. Oh, it's Jumper. At least, you know, Jumper is at least relatively fun. Snake, awful. Do not like it. Convoy's neat. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Where is it? There it is. Yeet! Ooh! Ooh, Jesus. See, Ambers? Ow. Ow. Where is this bastard? Oh, he's moved. Ow. There he is. I see him. Oh no! I've never done this badly before, I will say that. I mean, this one's a slightly harder one. Those vines make it really... Oh, shit. Make it really hard to get to. Whee! I'm coming. Boom. Okay, gotta hit the ground. Hit the ground more. Except for there. Oh, Jesus. Well, that's bad. You know what? Rude. Very rude. Shard failed. I was like, what do I do here? Come on. Still, we got anti-shards, which let us upgrade ourselves. I'm just gonna dive straight back into that one, I think. So, yeah, anyone got any predictions for tonight's Keeley Fest? I think that we're gonna get Resident Evil. I don't think there's too many of the, like, particularly, like, big announcements left to make at the moment. That's part of the problem. Like, so many of the games are just like, we got a long wait until the next thing. That's it. So I don't think this is going to be a particularly cool one. I think most of the stuff got announced at the Game Awards. But I reckon, yeah, Resident Evil. You doubt they'd ever remake Resident Evil 5? Oh no, I meant 9. I think we'll get a Resident Evil 9. Hollow Knight free dropping ahead of Silk Song. That would be extremely funny. Yeah, we'll go that way. I know if you complete those, you get relics, but I'm like, I'm good. Code Veronica could remake might be on the cards. Honestly, yeah, I could see that. I think there's a chance we will see something Helldivers. And I know that that's a weird one because they have just had a major update, but I do genuinely believe that we will see like the next chunk of their major update. Final Fantasy 9 remake. Haven't they already announced that? If they haven't, then yeah. I thought they had. You're dreading it because of the usual suspects being weird when they hopefully fix a certain plot point? Aha. A game that shows Nick's unhealthy addiction with getting high? Yeah, that's coming eventually, but I don't think it'll, like, OD is out there. On run 100 meters gain 5% energy. On enter fragment restore health. Let's go with the energy. I'm trying to think, like, who haven't we heard from in a while? Like, we've seen, I think, 3 new projects from the Yakuza developers, so I don't think it'll be anything like that. Stop shooting me! Nick, I won't need health. Nick, 10 seconds later, in the Somme. Oh, I was trying to be special there. As far as you know, it's still a rumor? Oh, fair enough. I don't think there'll be an announcement of like a Morrowind remake or anything because they had a lot of success with shadow dropping Oblivion, and I don't think they would have greenlit a Morrowind and an Oblivion at the same time. I think they will now greenlight a Morrowind, but I think we're still years away on that one. Because I think Morrowind needs more work than Oblivion did. Just like a Daggerfall would need more work. Rumors that they're doing Fallout 3? That would make sense. That would make a ton of sense. Like, it's basically running off the engine as it was in Oblivion, with obviously changes made for gunplay. That seems like a very reasonable assumption. And, you know, they have a very successful Fallout TV show and they've done nothing with it. Like, unless 76 is doing a lot better than I expected, they've just done shit all with that thing. Whee! You just like to joke that I already drop it. Yeah, no, that's totally fair. Oh, this is that game. Whee! Whee! Sorry, this bit's always very, very fun. I really love the roller coaster bit. Do you think we'll see anything about Marathon? I think that's a real question as well. Because I think there are rumors that it's going to be delayed. Heavily delayed. Ah, shit. Because it's not had a good reception, let's put it that way. Concept Death Stranding put in place like this. Yes. Absolutely. Sam Porter Bridges just going at Mach 5. I mean, you never know. That could be Death Stranding too. Kojima hates doing the same game twice. Oh, I should have just, you know, seen that coming. Woo! We're riding on the edge there. Oh my god. Absolutely 100% fun. I love this game. Woo! You show the speed skeleton and the jump pads. I don't remember the jump pads. Maybe I didn't unlock those. I remember the speed skeleton. That was good. I would say he suddenly went at Mach 0.00001 instead of Mach 0.00001. Like, what? Oh, I need it. Give me the shards for the teleporter. Oh, might be director's cut feature. Fair enough. Death Stranding is going to be a day one purchase for me. I'm going to assume it's not going to be in Game Pass, which is a shame for me as I'm currently a Game Pass owner. I didn't realize there's an influencer program for Game Pass. I could just join that. They'll give me like Game Pass for free every month. But I'm already getting it for free because I use Bing, and they have this like rewards program, and it's trivial to get enough rewards to earn a month of Game Pass. Whee! Wonder if they're going to remaster Narbacular Drop. You mean Portal? I'm expecting either no announcements from Valve at all, or if they announce anything, it will be, hey guys, have you heard that we're making a game called Deadlock? And that will be it. They'll finally announce Deadlock, which I'm assuming they have now announced. Oh shit. You pre-ordered Death Stranding 2 physical edition and all. Oh wait, yeah, it's gonna be Sony only, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not getting Death Stranding until it comes out on PC, so I'm gonna have to avoid a lot of spoilers. PS5 only for now. I'll have to wait until it comes out on PC then. That's alright, I managed that with like Final Fantasy 7 and all that. Speaking of which, I still haven't played Rebirth, which I've heard is not as good. Shit. Oh, this is bad. That's real bad. But I still want to. I might go do some of the Eternal mode for a bit. It's becoming very clear that I'm worse at this when I'm talking at the same time, which is not that much of a surprise. That's the whole reason they tell you not to drive and go on your phone. So sure you'll buy it again in the PC on PC in a couple of years when they have a polished director's cut. Yeah, I still laugh that the version of Death Stranding I had on PC was not the director's cut. I don't know how that happened. So I ended up with all the product placement and all that. I am going to be a fiend for whatever product placement gets put into Death Stranding. I won't buy any of it, but I'm going to be very excited to see what extremely stupid product placement gets put in. Okay, I did hard last time. Let's do medium. You also just really like being in the air, which isn't good for speed. No, it's not, but it's fun. It looks cool as hell. I get that they want me on the ground, but it looks cool as hell. But I do get it. I understand it. But I love flying in the air. Oh, fucked it. Grappling hook can also be used to go down, but why would you? Here's a question, chat. Is there a game that has actually made worse by the inclusion of a grappling hook? Game that's got a grappling hook that would genuinely have been better off without it. Whee! Super Metroid? There was a grappling hook? Okay, yeah, fair enough. Heresy. Yeah, I'm with Rose. I don't think it's possible. Maybe Super Metroid was just a bad game, huh? I've never even heard of it, or an entire genre that was spun off from it. I think Bree's actively going to kill me for that one. And you know what? She deserves it. Not to kill me, but the pain that I inflict on her daily. I remember Dokapon. I know what you did. I've insulted your culture. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Oh, gain a burst of speed upwards? That's neat. I didn't mean to select that one. I was just trying to skip past the thing, but there we go. I'm now going to have an upward burst of speed, and I do like being upward. Now I can be even slower, is probably what Pix is thinking. Forgot I had a grappling hook. Ah, if I'd made it through there, you all would have been screaming at the camera. You'd have been calling me the goat. You know, because that's slang that people still use. Off we go! This is just fun. Zeros. Beautiful. It hurts. As much as hearing you try to do gargoyle, but it hurts. Which hurt more, me doing gargoyle or Keith and Iris portraying your parents as Keir Starmer? Keith and Iris, good. Because at least I was trying, right? I legit love what they did with the character. I know it hurts you, and oh, I went straight into a tree saying that, but I'm very glad that they did it. You generally don't get a nerd voice from your parents. I mean, it might be related to the beak, right? I think you could argue that the beak could give a nasal effect to talking. Maybe it's like pirates. You know how the pirate accent is just coming from one particular portrayal of a pirate, and that most pirates had like French accents and Spanish accents and that sort of thing. But everyone thinks of the West Country accent because of one particular portrayal. Maybe it's just your gargoyle was so good everyone was like, well, every Owlin's got to sound like that. You know? Ah, I pressed it just too late. Oh, shit. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just like, what if I go straight in the middle of every cactus? You know? What if I just do that? What if I just really hurt? Whee! Oh, that messed that one up. Messed that one up proper. Guess all humans sound like Olorel de Piracanthus. Olorel de Piracanthus was not a human, so Lamau. She was a pirate genasi. I've got barely any health, so I'm being a little quieter than usual as I'm trying to lock in. It won't work, of course. Oh, I saw a very insane rumor. I think it was Second Wind's Marty Sleever suggesting that the, what was it, Pragmata, that was it, game might be a Mega Man game. It makes no goddamn sense. It is the biggest conspiracy theory I've ever heard. The thing is, I can't remember all of the explanation. It was like the Delphi Corporation. Delphi was the god of light, so it's the Light Corporation, and the little girl is wearing blue but also has like a blaster arm and shit like that. It's like, it's not. It's absolutely not. But at the same time, would be very funny. Let's try the rocket boots. I don't think I've tried them yet. Oh, have I got to be on the ground? I've probably got to be on the ground for them to work. You know what? We'll try that again in a sec. Is this the there will be a secret good episode of Sherlock? No, that's there's a difference. That's cope as a conspiracy theory. Whereas this is, it would just be very funny. I don't think anyone particularly wants it to be a Mega Man game. Is this foreshadowing that there's going to be a group of people interested in Pragmata that you want to avoid? Mega Man fans or the other people that are going to be interested in Pragmata? You know. Epstein Island aficionados. Those are the ones. Yeah, fair enough. Well, I mean, let's see what they do with it, I guess. Like, there's a kid in Death Stranding as well. Well, admittedly a baby in the first one. Speaking of conspiracy theories that serve exclusively as cope, my theory that there's going to be a Helldivers thing. Them fuckers are up to something, I tell you. You don't announce a major update, right, with an ARG and all of that, only for it to last 2 weeks at most. You don't. All right. Oh no, the boost does apply here. I'm just looking at my speed while I did it. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh, that's neat. Like, they've added a lot of things, but it's over now and you can't play with any of them though, Brie. That's the thing. Can't play any of the new missions now because the story's over in 2 weeks, but it's still like the Steam store page banner and everything. So I think they're planning something. They've been writing that the villain is not gone. The villain is merely invisible at the moment. So I reckon they've got a second half. The girl in Pragmata is anime and a robot. So the 1000 Years gang is going to be out in full force. Yeah, no, they will. They will. I absolutely messed that up, didn't I? I completely forgot I had that, which would have done it. Let's go. Now we're talking. Now we're Newman. Poor Newman. Are there any other Newmans? Gary Newman? He's the guy that does the singing in like the Toy Story films, right? Is that Gary Newman? No. Now who's the guy who does the really sort of rusty singing? You know? The You Got a Friend in Me and all that. Went straight into that one. That's my bad. The Vorse song. I don't like that. Is that Gary Newman? Gary Oldman? No, Gary Oldman is definitely someone else. Woo! I think Paul Newman has like a line of hot sauces or something, or barbecue sauce and mayonnaise. No, I don't think it's hot sauces. I think it's too white for that. But like that they donate to charity because Paul Newman is dead. I'm pretty sure Paul Newman is dead. Toy Story is Randy Newman. Okay, so who's Gary Newman? Can you tell me who Gary Newman is? This is Nick learns things now. New. Or not new because I'm up in the air again. Mind you, I was right when I was last saying that the Helldivers team were up to something, so, you know. Just gonna say, I was also only 1 day off with the Oblivion remaster release date. So, I might be right on this one. You know what would be a really weird reveal at Summer Games Fest? Another look at the remaster of Beyond Good and Evil. Which has either come out and I've just not noticed. Or is gonna get like remade. I think it's too late now and they're gonna like ground up try it again. Woo! Oh yeah, I got a grappling hook. Could be using that. Think the remaster came out ages ago? Oh shit, was it a sequel that was in the works? It was something like that. Also a music guy, apparently. Gary Newman did Cars, that's it. I needed Tali here for the answer. Yeah. I've seen Gary Newman live. I should probably have known that one. I wasn't there for Gary Newman. It was a music festival. Yeah, the sequel's been vaporware for ages. Yeah, okay, it was the sequel I was thinking of, not the remake. Not the remake. The remaster, even. I think we're starting to get to a point where we have a, oh shit. Boom! Where we have a vocabulary for remake versus remaster and all that. And I think that's getting helpful now. I like roguelike versus roguelite. I think Final Fantasy VII helped with that. I think remake needs to fundamentally alter the game. Like, a remake needs to be, this is... If we were making the game for the first time in 2025, this is what we would make. A remaster is... It's basically the same game, but we maybe just up the graphics a bit. A remix? No fucking idea. I think that one needs to go in the bin. Like, I think Final Fantasy VII Remake needs to be the canonical definition of remake at that point. Like, that is... Actually, that's even more complex. Because that one's not even... this is the Final Fantasy VII we would have made if we started making it in 2025. This is the Final Fantasy VII we would make if we started making it in 2025 and Final Fantasy VII already existed. It is a response to its own game. It's kind of wild for that. And I love it for doing that. Remix should be something like the master levels for Ocarina of Time. What was that? I've never Ocarina of Time. Obviously, I've seen a lot of like Goggles doing it, but a rando is not the best way to experience a piece of media. Oh shit, I went straight into it. I was able to get around the side of it. Woo! Basically a harder version of the game. Oh, you meant Master Quest. Ah. Ooh. You'd consider the FF7 remakes to be remixes? I would absolutely not. Oh, wait. Wait, what do you define as remix, Pixel? I mean, maybe we can use the word remix there instead of remake. But then what would you define as a remake? Just got a bunch of notifications that Google has locked me out of my account again. It does that every time. I don't know why. It really hates StreamerBot. Like, every time I connect StreamerBot to my Google account, it's just like, no, what the fuck? Genuinely wild. Whee! Oh, this is easy. You just do this. Okay, don't do that anymore. Whoop! Remake is a remake of the original product. Remix changes things up to a significant degree in regards to gameplay, narrative, and/or content. Okay, yeah, I can see that then. I can see that. So, what's the difference between a remake and a remaster for you? Is a remake something like the Spyro games, where they built it again with modern technology, but it is ultimately it's the same game? Ah shit, I thought it was going to blast me this way. I keep thinking those rings are going to blast you in a certain direction. I am sonic poisoned. Whereas a remaster would be something like, yeah, Oblivion Remastered, which is... Well, that one's a complicated one because it's running the same data files underneath, but it is also in a brand new engine with all the gameplay mechanics rewritten. Remake is the Spyro games remasters when you pretty much update visuals, usually textures and resolution. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not like the GTA one, which was basically nothing. Nothing changed to it except slightly larger textures and stuff. Sonic poisoned is being relieved that a game's mediocre. I love that image of Mario fans when the game is mid and it's just like one of those crying faces, and then Sonic fans when a game is mid and it's just like, thank God. I need to get some healing artifacts. I really do. This needs to give me some healing artifacts. Oh shit. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, no, I went straight to the front. Terrible. Oh, I've got to really concentrate now. There we go. Ooh. Oh no, I've done it too much again. Put that boost on. There we go. Let me get Nick a copy of Getting Over It with Bennett Foley. Just give me the next game. What's the next one called? It's where you gotta go shit. You gotta poop. You need to poop. They showed it off in the Sony game. Baby steps, that's it. You go poop. Woo! Get in the end, be like, hasta la vista, baby. I don't know why I put that voice on. We've established before I could do an okay Arnie. The energy you typed it with. I have been quite tired of late. Infinite mode, when are you going to give me a shop? You know? Whee! What else have I been playing lately? Oh, I've been playing Monster Train, which is a sort of, it's a deck builder roguelike, card-based, very Slay the Spire-esque of sorts. It's interesting because you're doing multiple battles at once on a train. I think it's really good. I think with a little bit more content, it might be even better than Slay the Spire. That's how much I'm enjoying it. I think it's really well made. The hybrid deck system is great. And you can make some wonderful combos with it. When I'm demanding someone puts down a baked treat. Yeah. On spot pickup, restore health. That's what I need. Oh, I didn't have enough energy. Never mind. Never mind. Woo, let's go. Oh, no. Come on. We're doing it. Oh, saved. That. Oh, shit. I was going to say that was good. What a save. Lost at the end. I know Gen is getting poisoned as a word, but could we replace roguelite with proc Gen if that'd help? No, it's fine. I'm good with roguelite and roguelike. I don't mind calling it all roguelike, honestly. I'm good with that, to be honest. I'm gonna go back to calling first-person shooters Doom likes. Doom, of course, being a Wolfenstein like. That was good fun. Let's go get some upgrades. How long have I been going? An hour and a half? Not bad. Oh! I thought I'd have lost energy earlier than that. Because this game does take a lot. Like, you are constantly concentrating. Wolfenstein being an asteroid's like. For reasons you won't explain. I mean, it's got a gun. Hey. 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 What do you have? I don't care. Over to the interdimensional prince. Alright, what are we upgrading? Max energy, item rarity. I would like one that increases my genuine speed. I would like to go even faster. Give me more Neum. Give me even more Neum. Let's go item rarity. That's always cool. I want to see what happens when we take this to the limit. When we push it to the limit, etc., etc. You blame Monster Prom, but Interdimensional Prince made you tense up? Yeah, I mean, the Interdimensional Prince is, easy. He's, it's awful. I was concentrating then as well. Concentrating on fucking it up. But yeah, this feels very fast, which is a wonderful achievement. The animations are neat too. I like those. That little spin is very Knights-esque. God, shit, it's the Sarlacc. I think this evening, because I'm not going to be doing anything, I might get on like a Discord call or something and chat shit with some people while Keelython is happening. I like that they've realized that Jeff Keighley puts Kojima on too often, and so he's got his own 3-hour segment. Which hopefully means he won't be showing up at Summer Games Fest. Overwound pocket watch -1 to all cooldowns. That's great. We're taking that. That's great. Wonderful visuals, amazing gameplay. You could live with the story not being there. Yeah, I'd like if they just did not put the story in, I would be having more fun. I would be back to the story immediately. I've just taken to skipping it at all points. I do not care. Not to continue ganging... Oh, hold on. I got to pause to read this comment. Not to continue ganging up on Sonic, but where Sonic's speed has really just become him running at an average pace while the background flies by, speed actually feels important here and doesn't need to trick you into feeling like you're going fast. To be fair, this game is tricking you into feeling like you're going fast. There are tricks you can do to make a game feel faster, and this game does them. And it does them very well. Sonic actually does less of them, which is kind of part of the disappointment, I think. I think they did it for Sonic and the Secret Rings. This is just wild, and then they just don't do it most of the time. Sonic uses too high a camera. Because look, if I lower the camera down to almost level. Hold on. It feels even faster. Hard for me to do that because it constantly wants to just float upwards to this point. But this is actually quite a low camera as well. These are all things I learned while making Hypergauntlet. This is how you artificially make things faster. You can also do that field of view pullback. As you accelerate, that's a common one. You mainly get that in racing games because in this you're not really accelerating much. I think Sonic does do the field of view pullback, but yeah. I think the problem Sonic has is it's not a fast game, and it's somehow given itself like the lore justification that it's a fast game. But it's not. And it wasn't originally either. Like, he's always been able to run fast, but it's not been a fast game. And it's not a game where being able to run fast is a challenge, nor is it really rewarded. So it's not ever been a game about going fast. Yeah, they really leaned into the fastest thing alive in Blue Blur marketing, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And that's kind of hampered their game. Which is hilarious, of course. But you can make a fast Sonic, and they did do it. Sonic and the Secret Rings, because what they essentially do is this game. In Sonic and the Secret Rings, they remove the idea that you might purposefully want to slow down, so they actually remove the acceleration key from you entirely. You just accelerate no matter what. which you might notice this game is doing. And then it becomes you responding to what's going on. Sonic and the Secret Rings is this game, but it is on a much more linear track. And it is also structured in a slightly weird way where the early levels are just extremely easy for far too long. It becomes really challenging by the end, but it gets to that point after a very long tutorial period. Like, including one where it's just like an entire level dedicated to you jumping. You jump once and it's like level complete. Let's go on to the next one. You've done it, babe. And you're like, have I? Like, it completely forgot how to tutorialize you through level design. It should arguably have checked out the Mario games, which give you full levels that still tutorialize aspects properly. Oh, I've slowed down too much there. An Endless Runner style, it is like that. It's got levels. They're like hand designed levels, but that are, you know, designed to challenge you. As you get better at it. But that was what they did for Sonic. It was a Wii game, of all things, and it was really good. It had one of the worst stories in Sonic, which is incredible, because that really is quite a hard thing to achieve. But yeah, if you'd given me Sonic Boom's writing, not the game, the TV show, Sonic Boom's TV show writing with Secret Rings gameplay, I think that would have been a 10 out of 10. And Secret Rings could have been better. There were a lot of things it didn't do well enough, but it certainly felt fast, and it certainly played well. I've seen some sentiment that Sonic started going on a downward trend when it and Mario went 3D. I think that's sort of true. I think they couldn't understand how to translate it. I don't think it's because they stopped copying Mario. I would say that arguably Adventure is still good fun. Like, Adventure is a relatively unique design. For the time, it's fine. It's a relatively, you know, decent attempt at updating it, because people didn't know how to update these games back then and adapt to 3D. And I think Adventure is a good attempt at that. It's just afterwards they've tried to do a fresh adaptation to 3D every single time, instead of like learning from their mistakes, because Adventure is flawed, but you could maybe try and fix them. But instead they throw the baby out with the bathwater. God, this is fast. I need to be faster. I need to be faster. Too busy talking about Sonic. I gotta go fast. There we go, I've done it. But yeah, I think Sonic and the Secret Rings was the one they should have gone with. The gotta go fast catchphrase did not help. No. No, we'll take the healing. The healing is always good. Because now I can just do this and recover a shitload of health. But yeah, I do think that they have broadly fixed a lot of their problems with the 3D platforming when it came to apparently Sonic X Shadow Generations is a really good iteration of it. I did not like Forces at all. Forces felt like, I think they were trying to respond to the fact that Sonic sometimes feels floaty the moment he enters the air. Which I think is a fair criticism, but they did it by having it almost feel like he's got magnets in his shoes. Like, jumping felt really unnatural in that game. Really unnatural. And the rest of Forces was just a really bad idea. Oh, ooh. Okay, we're okay. We're less okay. Ooh. Fighting for my goddamn life now. Remember, Force is practically selling itself on make your own Sonic OC. Yeah, I mean, that is pretty intrinsic. You don't really play Sonic sometimes, but most of the time you don't. And I think that is a bad idea in all of the Sonic games. I think they desperately need to stop adding extra characters. Have them as side characters, that's fine. I don't want to play as Knuckles. I'm sorry. I don't want to play as Tails. I'm sorry. I don't want to play as fucking Robotnik or Rouge or Silver or Shadow or fucking Charmy, SBO. I don't want to play as fucking Cream the Rabbit. I don't want to play as fucking Vector the Crocodile. I don't want to play as Big the Cat. Just let me fucking play as Sonic the Hedgehog. Alright? Adding extra characters does not make the game better. And often those characters are pretty shit. They've kind of lucked onto a set of characters people resonate with because of a shared trauma, and that shared trauma is Sonic Adventure 2. Like, keep those characters. Stop adding new ones. Alright? Stop. Get some help. Alright, you can do stuff with the characters you've got. It's fine. But, yeah, don't make me play as Tails. Alright? That was a punishment for small children playing as Tails. Don't make me do it. I don't know if you actually play as Cream the Rabbit in any of the games. I presume it was in like Sonic Riders or something. Or something like that. But you know. By the way, I want you to know, despite the fact that this is running forwards all the time, no matter what, I am holding forwards all the time. It's just a... I don't know, it's emotional support. It's my emotional support forwards. Ow. Feel the need for the emotional support now. I would like there to be some more movement tech on the ground on this game. I don't think it necessarily needs it. But like bouncers and stuff like that would be really cool. You know. They've got the rings. Which work great. But yeah. Bounce pads or something would be super nice. Bounce pads would make you be in the air where you don't get your wonderful speed. I would love it if there was some way to make speed in air. Make speed in air. I understand the design decisions they've made to not do that, and I think it does make sense. I would love that for that to be a problem they also tried to solve, though. And this is getting flashbacks to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yeah, great game. Definitely a punishment for being a small child. Actually, I gotta say, kids fucking love that. Both of my sisters, when they were growing up, really, really loved watching me play Sonic. And they wanted to play as well, but they never wanted to play as Sonic. They didn't like the pressure of it. And they didn't like the fact that they could lose, right? So they really actively enjoyed the Tails. side of things. Same with like Mario's got that little feature as well. There is something that now who did that first? Was that a Nintendo thing, or is that something Nintendo took from Sonic? I can't remember. I'm trying to like, was Luigi playable? Advanced 2 and 3. Oh, is that what Cream was in? Yeah. I refuse to acknowledge that as a game, to be honest. Luigi was playable before Tails. I mean, at the same time. I legit can't remember. Because that's what I mean, is that... Did Sonic invent the idea of that bonus child? Bonus child who can't really affect the gameplay that much? Because I know Mario took that on effectively for Mario Galaxy, right? But I don't know if they did anything with that before. Because Mario Galaxy, the second Wiimote could sort of go around and pick up all the little shine sprites or whatever they were called on the ground. Which is kind of like the Tails thing. It's not the same thing, but it's kind of similar. But yeah, I legit don't know the answer to that one. It's been far too long. Oh no! Oh! Ooh, there we go. Yeah, I'm not asking if there was a second character who was playable. I'm asking if there was this functionality. Like, was Luigi playable in Mario Brothers at the same time as Mario? Are you asking us? You're the game dev. You're the fuckers with the encyclopedic knowledge of every game that's ever fucking existed. That's why I'm asking you. You lot seem to know every single thing about every game that's ever come out. You watch all those video essays about things. Alright. Run 100 meters, gain 5% energy. Gain 50% boost for 5 seconds. On perfect landing. We'll take the invulnerability. Yeah, so I mean the act of having sort of a quasi-second player who is not a full player too, but is able to interact with the game in some way that is, you know, minorly helpful maybe, but, you know, doesn't get to interact with the game fully as if they were a full second player. A la Tails in Sonic. Possibly only Sonic 2? I can't remember if Sonic 1 did it, but certainly in Sonic 2. And Tails was relatively powerful. Like, Tails could pick up Sonic and fly off, which was always very neat. Hello, I need to get out of here. Thank you. Okay. Just go into the crevice. No, that's not working. Mario didn't do that till 2009. Yeah, I thought not. So that's one of the rare cases of Mario taking something from Sonic. Which is smart. That's what you should do. You should learn from successes, you know? Good artists borrow, great artists steal, etc., etc. Oh god. Oh yeah, you gotta bet that not a crypto bro, an AI bros use that phrase incorrectly, right? Yeah, you just know that they have. You know, you should be learning from your competitors, and your peers. And that's why I fundamentally believe software patents and video game patents should not exist. Also, I oscillate between calling them patents and patents because I'm not 100% sure what the correct pronunciation is. Because yeah, having that second character on there, genuinely genius move. My sisters loved it, and you know they're now bigger Sonic fans than I am. Like they play all the games. They were the ones that dragged me to the cinema to watch the film. Sonic 3 specifically. Gotta say, loved it. I loved it. I think it is one that's probably much more enjoyable if you're a fan of the games, which is a statement you can make of all adaptations, but I think particularly applies to the Sonic movies, because people who are fans of the games are real sicko freaks, and I think that if they're freaky about it, they'll enjoy the movie. It does have some bits that I just hate and wish weren't in the movie. Any bit with the humans, just get out of there. The only human I need in there is Robotnik and Robotnik's boyfriend. But I do think the film is just incredible. Like, it was one of those rare cases where in the cinema I sat down and went, hell yeah, to myself. In a relatively crowded cinema, I was not expecting it to be that big, actually. Remember when Namco killed loading screen minigames, and by the time the patent expired, loading screens weren't long enough to need them? Yep. I mean, I'm staunchly against software patents in general. I think they should not exist. I don't think you should be able to have illegal numbers. And that is fundamentally what that is. The Wikipedia list of illegal numbers is great as well, by the way. You sorry you have issues? Well, of course, you've got to have issues to watch the Sonic movie. That's what I was just saying. You gotta have that shared trauma in you. You can only be crotchety about one medium at a time. Ah, I'm sure you can manage it, Pixel. Nah, I loved it. It was great. Best film with an anti-vax lead actor in some time, I think. That's to say that I believe Jim Carrey is the lead actor in that. Not Ben Schwartz. You have issues with all of them, but you don't need video essay adjacent Twitch chat walls. I don't watch video essays. I certainly won't read a wall of chat. A wall of chat? That's not. A wall of message. Wall of text. That's the word I'm looking for. The brain really is not working now. Whee! It's just fun. I just think this game is neat. You know? Nick there, straight up stimming. I'm not really familiar with what stimming manifests in, because I think my understanding is it's different for everyone, right? I'm just stumbling over my words in this case, and I'm trying to get the right word, but my brain is dealing with this at the same time. I don't know if that counts as stimming though, because I really don't know enough about it. Oh, ow! Oh, no. I don't really, I would need to read up with it. You don't think so? I didn't think so, but I also didn't want to just say it wasn't because I don't know enough about it. Whee! Oh, that's good. Like, if a game makes you go wee, it's probably good. Controversial opinion, but if a game makes you go wee while you play it, probably good. And you know what game makes you go wee while you play it? Death Stranding. That one's for Rose, who is not even here. One for the pissed enthusiasts in Death Stranding. Honestly, every level should have these roller coasters in. Oh god, I keep doing it. Pretty sure a few horror games have made you go wee a little. Good point, Nicky. Whee! Wait, there we go. A roller coaster a buffoon achievement. Oh, Pixel, very good. That's awesome. Let me read some chat. Pixel says, I stimmed with Tetris on the DSi for a while without really even registering it as stimming. Emphasis, I don't think so. And then, yeah, what you described sounds more like brain's words no work, whereas stimming is usually in some way more self-regulatory. Okay. He's saying, I'm sure a few horror games have made you wee a little. Yes. And then the roller coaster buffoon, very good. I think Roller Coaster Tycoon is probably one of the early games I remember genuinely like losing an absurd amount of time to. I'm trying to think if that was the first. Maybe. Your stims are twitching your arms and pacing. I love pacing. I'm definitely a pacer when I'm out and about, or if I'm like talking to Becca, I'll walk around a bit. I think some of that just comes out of an understanding that I am a relatively sedentary person, so any opportunity I've got to be walking around, I should probably use it. more than anything, but especially as moving around is actually good for my stomach. Lock in, Nick. Okay, there we go. If you hit a problem while working, your first instinct is to stand up and walk away from the problem. Yeah, no, absolutely. I will often, if I back when I was doing a lot of programming, if I was hitting a problem I couldn't work my way around, I would leave the room, go and have a lie down, and just like stare at the ceiling and try and sort of recontextualize it. Pixel says, generally, stimming is when you're doing something to distract yourself from external stimuli, but it can also happen when your body just isn't doing enough. Okay, I get you. I get you. Ooh, we're gonna do the full health boost. You basically start pacing when you're thinking, so daydreaming and zooming out everything around you. Makes sense. I find like I don't think that's necessarily stimming though, because it's almost like gaining additional stimuli. Maybe it's a different thing. One thing I do is if I'm doing any chores, it will go legitimately twice as fast if I've got any music to listen to, no matter the tempo. It's not a tempo thing. It's just the fact that I have, oh Jesus, audio stimuli going on. Whereas if I'm not, it will go so much slower, or at least it will feel like it's going so much slower. And that applies to everything, like coding, working on things like Monster Manual Special Parts video editing, which gets really annoying because obviously half of all video editing is audio. So getting audio right while listening to music is a bit difficult. Oh, I missed it. Missed the ring. What do we reckon the biggest disappointment is going to be out of Steam Games Fest? I think we've Steam Summer. That's the word. We've already got I think a really good hefty early doors disappointment with that pirate game. The NetEase one that I think is going to end up being a mobile gacha game instead of what appeared to be like Sea of Thieves, but better. which is a shame. I mean, it's probably great for mobile gacha enthusiasts, but it's a shame for me. No Silk Song? Yeah, no, that's fair. You think that counts? Ah, fair enough. You have a problem while drawing something, you go into another room, lie down, and think about how you're a failure. God damn it, Pixel. You have me in the first half. No Silk Song. I think there'll probably be a bit of I mean, you've already had Silk Song in a Nintendo Direct, right? I don't know if that's going to be that huge a disappointment. Is it that much of a disappointment if something that has been happening for 5 years continues to happen? Like, it might have been a disappointment the first time it happened, but at this point, come on. The pattern matching side of your brain might have picked up on it. No, no, damn it. I mean, we got pretty far on that one. You can't wait for the Cockney sequel to see if Thieves Sea of Tea Leaves. That's good. The more hurt the Silk Song Reddit get, the more they try to hurt everyone else. That I cackled. I absolutely cackled when they posted. I love the Silk posting. When they posted, I can't believe we got Titanfall 3 before Silk Song. And they created a fake announcement for Titanfall 3 from Respawn. And that was just absurdly good posting. Phenomenal classic trolling. Back before it was cyberbullying, you know? Back when it was just rickrolling and shit like that. I say that as if it wasn't also cyberbullying, as if there wasn't a shitload of that going on. There was. So just telling my wife I'm so proud of her. to be clear, she's not home. She's at a yarn festival. And she was just showing me her setup. Yeah, she's at a yarn festival all weekend, which is why I'm thinking of maybe doing a group Discord call to meme over things. What would I be most disappointed in? I think what would I be disappointed in to see an announcement as well as disappointed in to not see an announcement? The thing is, so many games have already been announced, so maybe it's a cancellation, you know? Maybe it's a cancellation. I think I'd almost be, at this point, disappointed if Star Citizen got a date. Like, I think that would be my greatest disappointment, is if they went, it's coming, and it's coming out this day, and or like a shadow drop of Star Citizen. That would deeply disappoint me. I know it's technically out and you can play it, but it's also not technically out and you can play it. I understand a lot of the game is there now, but still, come on. Come on. You're always disappointed in it? Yeah, but I mean, like, what specific announcements would be the greatest disappointments? Let me see. It would probably be a... What am I excited for, games-wise, at the moment that's been announced? Obviously, Death Stranding 2 I'm excited for, because I loved Death Stranding 1. But that is coming out on the 26th, so I'm pretty confident that's coming. I'm going to go for the pocket snack. What else? What else is sort of in the air at the moment that looks kind of cool? Mecha Break, I suppose? I mean, it's multiplayer, so I'm not that interested. I'm sort of missing any big announcements for like story games at the moment. There haven't been any that have been like jumping out at me. Like the last one I was excited for was Clair Obscur, and you know what? I was right to be excited for that. Vindicated, holy shit. But I don't know. Is there anything big and story-ish that I'm particularly excited for at the moment? I feel like we've had the big story games lately, and people need to like rest a little bit before they do it again. Oh, Mind's Eye, of course, Mind's Eye. Oh, 007, I suppose. I think I could be disappointed by it. They are showing more off of that this weekend. I think today? I can't quite remember. Alongside Mind's Eye, hilariously. I think my disappointment is going to be measured in how Hitman it is. The more Hitman it is, the less disappointed I will be. But I have a feeling this is going to be a much more linear affair. You know, by the way the trailer's gone, things like that. I think this is going to be a much more of a sort of Uncharted sort of style structure. And I kind of want the freedom to be able to do these, you know, 007 missions how I want. Oh, I tell you what might be the biggest disappointment, actually. I think I know what it is. And it is a big disappointment. Well, it was a disappointment that lasted femtoseconds. Because it kind of immediately told us what it was. So the disappointment was much less. But it is the fact that we're getting a new Thief game and that it's VR. And I'm a man with a VR system, although one admittedly I can't use at the moment, but that is still disappointing. I just want Thief. In fact, actually, I don't even want Thief. I like Thief's story, but I would just legit enjoy a game that was Thief, but just like the first 2 levels of Thief, where you're just doing the heisting bit without the spooky shit and all the intrigue. Just give me Thief. Just give me breaking into places and stealing things. Make it like a roguelike or something if you want. I don't mind. I'd be up for it. Give me Shadows of Doubt, but it's Thief. Nah, Dishonored goes into the plot straight away as well, and goes into the spooky things straight away, and also does several things that I think are some of the worst game design ever made. But it's still a fun game. But my God, the decision to penalize you having fun with the tools it gives you is just atrocious. Roguelike Thief, yes. Yeah, I know. I think that would be neat. Do it like Shadows of Doubt style or something. I think that would be awesome. Speaking of immersive sims, there is one I'm interested in. It's by the makers of Quadrilateral Cowboy. Looks rather good. And Quadrilateral Cowboy was an amazing idea that I think needed more time in the oven. So I'm hoping this is the time in the oven. You know? Unfortunately, I cannot remember the name of the game. My brain is trying to tell me it's Mind's Eye, and that is not the case. You know what? If Mind's Eye comes out and it turns out it's really good, I'll be shocked. I will be very shocked. I'll be so shocked. I don't think it will. I mean, I think it'll come out. I just don't think it'll be any good. Which is a bit of a blow for IOI. I'll eat my iconic hat that I'm... Yeah. I've had to eat it so many times, it no longer exists, but yeah. Whoa! Is it 6 o'clock? When the fuck did that happen? I should make dinner. Yo, what the fuck? I'll finish this run and then I'll go make dinner. You remember being excited for Watch Dogs? Yeah. I mean, Watch Dogs 2 was neat. I don't know if Legion was any good. But 2 did neat things. I think 1 kind of just failed. Dr. Mr. Udell, we've figured out the problem with his stomach. Too many hats. Oh yeah, I have got to go... I've got to go get an endoscopy tomorrow, so I'm not looking forward to that at all. I'm going to do it on my own as well. Like, I mean, I go to all of these things on my own anyway, but like Becca's there to pick me up and, you know, feed me nice food afterwards. Whereas Becca's obviously away for the weekend now. So I got a pity wallow on my own. It sucks. I mean, it's not going to be that bad because all an endoscopy is like a 10-minute procedure where they shove a camera down your throat and it's like you're on anesthetic. Local anesthetic spray, so you don't have to worry too much. Like they say, you can just get back to normal after about 20 minutes. Like once the numbing is worn off, you'll be fine. So it's not going to be bad. Like they say, the worst you'll get is a sore throat. But still, I'll have a sore throat, and I'm a guy, and sore throat's on a guy. It's not great. We need we need cuddles and being told we're good boys. Whenever we're poorly, it's just we need to be swaddled and told we're good boys. Ooh. We'll go with the health. You'll be thinking of my throat. Hot. Just made everything worse, Vic. Just like after my colonoscopy, I will be insufferable. Start calling myself the throat goat or something. Take that, Nancy. Just want to stop to say, for some reason, I don't like desert levels. Like the aesthetic of desert levels in games. Love ice levels. I think it might legit just be because blue is my favorite color. But ice levels, always cool. Always come with cool plinky plink music. Desert levels, hot, arid, dry, dusty. Everything's the same color. And it's not blue. Imagine having a favorite color. I know, right? I aesthetically like all color palettes. But for some reason when it's a level made of them, it's greens and blues all the way for me. Like this, gorgeous, beautiful. 10 out of 10, I'm in love. There are some that just look ugly. Nier Automata's desert levels, ugly. I mean, most of Nier Automata's levels are deeply ugly. I don't know why they're allergic to the color palette, but it's every part of that game is desaturated. It's probably a stylistic choice, but it's one that is certainly not stylistic. Your favorite color is 7A, 7A, Is it purple, or is it the orange of your thing? Hey, welcome, man. Once again, thank you, Al, for giving me this game. We're playing the endless mode at the moment, just chilling out. Isn't 2017 the year of the piss filter? I mean, the piss filter I thought was 2007 more fun, like, wasn't it? I feel like it reached its apex with Fallout 3. It's a grayish purple. That's a good color. But yeah, ice levels are my favorite. And it's not just because... I don't think it's just because of, you know, my favorite color being blue. Now I think about it, because water levels, very blue, don't like them. Has there ever been a good water level? Has anyone ever made a good water level? Like one that is legitimately enjoyable. Do you think Mario Sunshine was a response to someone saying it's impossible to make a good water level? So we're like, what if we made the water part of your kit? How do I pronounce... Oh, you see, I would pronounce it Hydro City because a lot of them are, you know, X City, like Genocide City Zone, you know? I would pronounce it Hydro City. I understand the word should be pronounced Hydrocity, but I think I would go with Hydro City. I wouldn't be upset if anyone said that's not right. I would tell them they're prescriptivists and therefore their opinion doesn't matter, but I wouldn't be upset. But I do think it's probably Hydro City. The ultimate water level, the entire game of Echo the Dolphin. Yeah, which is not a good game either. Like, Echo fans love it, but I think it's like Sonic, you know? You gotta understand it's not a good thing. I think the problem with water levels is because traversal is slower. It takes all the bad bits and makes them worse. Now, every single thing that slows you down, like that pads out the game, that is not a fun part of the gameplay, takes longer, right? It is very rare for traversal in a game to be fun, and it's especially rare for traversal in a game to be fun when it is slower. Ah, I thought I'd managed it. I really did. Not to mention, it often comes with things like time limits, which people don't like. I think a time limit is fine in a game if it's used well. Woo! Did not mean to go this high. Look at chat in a second. Ooh, might be sooner than we expect. Must be near the end, right? There we go. Presence of the Eldritch does a lot for lifting Echo's reputation. Yeah, doing weird shit with the plot, great idea. You're still very angry about Metal Gear Solid 2's water levels, valid. Water controls are usually their own thing, clumsy, and usually you have an O2 bar, yeah, absolutely. You like a relatively slow travel speed, Cheer might be a relaxing play. You. Has it got water levels? Trying to think of a game where I enjoyed being in the water. I suppose we got to look at Subnautica. Well, I wouldn't count that as a water level. It's funny that it has its own version of a water level, which is everything out of the water. Where that sucks. Yeah, the land levels are real bad. Come on, we gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Faster. Lock in, Nick. Something better than okay. Well, I don't think we're doing it. No. This game's got good water levels. Where it's a genuine change. So I think for it to be a water level, it has to be different from the rest of the game, right? It has to be something that's like a one-off or a two-off, you know, like a Zelda water level or a Mario or Sonic water level, you know, that sort of thing. Mario 64? I would say they're pretty fun, yeah. Donkey Kong? Oh, that's honestly good call. Donkey Kong's water levels were pretty fun. I remember them being all right. I'm not doing great, friends. I'm not doing great. Metroid? Those are interesting. I think that Metroid's an interesting one because they start shit, right? And then they get progressively a lot better. Which, like, is intentional. Yeah. I don't know if I count that as a water level because I don't know if that... For me, the tenet of a water level is the water is... I suppose an environmental modifier that you actually contend with. And the idea of Metroid is either you avoid it or come back when it's sort of nullified. I don't know. I might be wrong there. I've never played a Metroid. The Metroidvanias in general don't interest me, so I'm not going to play the like progenitor of it. I'm not a fan of retreading. Hence why I am not going to be playing. Hence why I didn't play the extra endings in narrative Metroidvania Undertale. Me calling it a narrative Metroidvania is going to annoy some people, and good. Get annoyed. Nick will never fix a tank. What? Yeah, I think you're right, Pixel. I think that there's just not going to be... Not going to be that many, like, pure water levels anymore, and that they are water sections. Oh, because I don't like retreading. God damn it, Emphis. That's good. Pixel said the composers clearly knew Donkey Kong's water levels were going to be hot shit. Oh my god, the composers in the Donkey Kong composers really just knocked it out of the park. I think actually that Donkey Kong and Sonic had some of the best music. Like, it is not a hot take to say Sonic had way better music than Mario. I think that's a pretty like weak take there. But god, it's good though. And I would say the music for the Sonic games has been in general pretty good. Like, it's generally punched above its weight. At times it made some interesting choices, but it's still been pretty high quality. Like the butt rocking, you know, adventure and all that was still actually genuinely good, you know. I think Mario's got some good music though. Like Mario 64, I think, is when the music really started hitting for me. Mario 64 is just got some banging tunes. The Sonic Mania soundtrack was phenomenal. I've still not played Mania, and I should give that a go. I think I'm just like not into 2D Sonic anymore, and that's not a fault of the game. I think I played a lot of it as a kid, and I think I just tired myself out on it. Nick likes his takes like he likes his coffee iced. Al, I drink my coffee hot. I'm a famous hot coffee drinker. I have an espresso machine. I do like an iced coffee though too. Yeah, the music particularly in Sonic and Knuckles. I mean, obviously Michael Jackson worked on some of it, but the ones he didn't work on were great too. Famous hot coffee drinker. Famous hot coffee drinker. I guess he's excited for GTA 6. I'll probably play GTA 6. I enjoyed GTA 5. I feel like it's a critique and satire that's kind of lost most of its critique and satire, a bit like Warhammer has. Helldivers is, I think, still a good critique and satire. It may eventually not be a critique and satire, but Helldivers very much still takes the piss. Like Monopoly, yeah. I don't know if GTA takes the piss enough anymore. Cyberpunk still takes the piss. Well, it critiques. I don't think it satires so much because it's not not funny. It's a critique, though, for sure. Like BioShock is a critique of objectivism. And Cyberpunk is at its heart just a critique of capitalism in general. But yeah, I don't feel like GTA's gonna be a very good critique of America, which is what it used to be. Anymore, especially not at the moment. It's very hard to critique America right now because they're perfect, of course, and have done nothing wrong. No, it's because they essentially critique themselves. If you just look at it, you're like, okay, this is stupid. Like, you don't need someone to tell you that America is stupid right now. Do I mean Cyberpunk the TTRPG or 2077? I mean both do. 2077 is the one I've experienced, though. Or I'm a 40k lost at Santa because it wound up being written by fanboys. I think that's partly the truth of it. I think there's definitely a different group of people writing the fiction around it as well. I think the core rulebooks are still very much of the opinion that these are all, like, you know, pretty awful factions. But I don't think it goes anywhere near as hard as Helldivers does to make that clear. As an example, they did a major order. So the major orders are like the global objectives. And this was the writing on the mission success. The citizens of these planets suffered the unjust interruption of their right to celebrate the recent defense of Super Earth. Extensions to merrymaking permits have been issued to the survivors. For all other citizens, the period of sanctioned joy has officially concluded. Spot checks will ensure confectionery consumption during standard work shifts is kept within authorized levels. That's very clearly taking the piss. You can't read that and go, that's cool. Whereas a lot of people will read 40k and go, that's cool. They shouldn't, but they do. And, you know, and that sucks about it. And I think that the same goes for GTA. It's like kind of lost that identity, and it's now just going to be, here's a sandbox for you to play around in. We're trying to make a lot of money from GTA Online again, which I guess is fine. I will, as I say, I'll play it, but I probably won't enjoy it anywhere near as much. But you never know, they might surprise me. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2 had a wonderful story in it. Ever says something that I disagree with, but I'm going to read it out because I think it is a good point, but I disagree with it. If your satire can read as a Redditor's wet dream, you didn't make it ridiculous enough. I don't think you can make things more ridiculous than what Redditors will have a wet dream over. And I apply the same also to Tumblr. I don't think there is a ceiling on that. There are just credulous morons at every possible height you could try to reach with writing. There are idiots, yeah. But I definitely think that is a valid critique of something like 40k and of GTA and things like that. For now, I think Helldivers is a very good way of depicting the writing of it to make it clear enough, if you're reading it, that you know, this is bad. Though you still get people who don't. I mean, some of them aren't going to read it, of course, and things like that. But like, there was someone posting on the Helldivers server. It was like, why didn't we get to vote for the new Super Earth president? Because the president got killed recently. They're like, why didn't we get to vote? And everyone in the comments is telling them, well, you did vote. Don't worry, your vote has been assured, because the law is that managed democracy there is not that you get a vote, it's that you fill in a, you know, BuzzFeed style quiz of what your favorite like pizza flavor is and all that, and they look at how people have voted before who have that favorite pizza flavor, and they replicate that for you. They train an AI basically on your responses who votes for you. And of course the government is not influencing or controlling those votes. No, of course not. Like, why did you think you would get a vote who the next super president would be? You didn't have a vote already. Yeah. As Pixel says, unfortunately, you really can't go for subtlety anymore. Yeah. No. You've got to say it out loud. There are some things that just full-throatedly say it out loud, and that's fine. I like that. Yeah. I think the problem with the modern internet is that the village idiot is no longer the village idiot. The person who can reasonably be contained to the side of the pub where they spout conspiracy theories now has a global audience. And that's a real problem. And there are enough of them that they're all talking with each other. You'd previously only have one in a village, but no. Yeah. Why am I still talking? I should go make food. So yeah, 10 p.m. on the Discord. I'll probably do a little chat while we watch the Keeleys. All plummeting downhill from Don't Trust Experts. Yeah. No problem, Mick. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching a bit of Haste. I think it's neat. I really enjoy it. It's very quick, and it feels really good fun. Yeah, just a reminder, we have a brand new goal. It's up on the top of the screen. The goal is if we hit that monthly goal, I'll be doing a stream of Derail Valley. You will have seen that during the charity stream. I was already bad at it. This will be after the tutorial where I'm not having my hand held. I will be trying to move trains around that are far too realistic for my small brain. So yeah, if we hit that, we'll set that up. Right, I don't see anyone to raid out to right now. So I'm just gonna end here. Have a wonderful afternoon. If I don't see you for the Keeleys, have a good evening as well.